Let's see it.
Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show.
It's the Charlie Bahama Show. Yeah.
Hey, it's your boy Charlie Bahama here. Another Charlie Bahama show. And on my way driving, I ran into this beautiful billboard of our own Aisha Bowe, the first Bahamian in space. And look at that. Oh my gosh, it would be a dream come true if one day we could have her on our show. I'll keep trying though.
Charlie, hey, come see me. I'm at Hackett, Bahamas in St. Andrews.
Did you all hear that? I swear. Hey, come on back. We just might have Aisha on the show. The Charlie Bahama Show is brought to you by KFC. Ignite your senses with the exciting flavors of KFC. And brought to you by Superwash, where they washes you, dries you, presses you 24/7. And brought to you by Wendy's, where quality is our recipe. And Marco's Pizza, the Italian way. And the Save Exuma Alliance, committed to preserving the Exumas. Subscribe to the Charlie Bahama YouTube page and follow Charlie Bahama on Instagram and TikTok for those classic and new interviews. Charlie Bahama, the original OG, and OG don't stand for old guy.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show, and I have found her, our very own Bahamian astronaut, Aisha Bowe. It's so good to have you on the show, and you know, I started off at your billboard, right?
Yeah.
So before we get into it, how does it make you feel coming into the Bahamas and seeing that billboard? Because it's right off the airport.
Listen, I don't know who made it, but I love them. It's
Oh, you don't know who did? Oh, I did.
Really?
Yeah, did you get the flowers and all the candy and stuff I sent through?
Maybe. I'll look for it. I'll look for it.
No, probably tourism or whatever, but
Yeah.
because we're so proud of you.
But it's just incredible to see, and like I'll literally roll in and people be on the side of the road taking selfies, and I'm honored. I'm thrilled. It's just an amazing thing.
Yeah, no, it is cool. I mean, first of all, you know, the fact that you went into space. So I got to ask you, describe that ride. I mean, like a little bit, like, I mean, or was it so surreal you were just like, don't even know what happened until you looked at the video?
Well, I think it's really important to stay present in these sort of moments. Like we're moving at over 2,000 miles an hour. Like, can you imagine that? You literally can feel the blood in your body like shift. And then you're thinking, first, let me make sure I get my prayers in, right? Because I don't know if this is gonna be my last moment, right? All I see is flames, and so I'm sitting in the seat and I'm praying and I'm just kind of getting right with God. And then the next thing you know, it goes dark and you can see the earth and it's rotating. And it's so beautiful that I say humanity's understanding of God, the definition is too small. Because when you see the earth and you see us and you truly get to reflect on creation, it's amazing and it's so mesmerizing. You almost forget that you're like me and you have conch chowder in your pocket.
Conch chowder, wow. They had
Yeah.
food service on there.
No, so like we literally had dehydrated conch chowder in my pocket. And I was able to fly my Bahamian passport and get a stamp. My uncle is one of the head chefs at the Grey Cliff, and so we worked together to take his conch chowder and package it so that it could fly with me.
Oh, wow. Wow, you could have sold that for like $2,000 for each of those, the ladies up there. So were you, I mean, you did say you said your prayers and everything. Were
Yeah.
you scared a little bit? I mean, this is a ride that very few people in the world have ever taken.
I mean, I was nervous, but I sort of felt like if the day was going to be my day, at least I'd look really good in my obituary.
It's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, hey, I was like, if it works out, it works out.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work out, it's going to be going out with the bang.
Mm-hmm.
I'd spent since 2022 training for the flight.
Wow.
I flew fighter jets. I actually flew a fighter jet with Howard Chippy Chipman, who's a Bahamian, who's amazing. He has an L-39 in Clearwater, Florida, and we were just buzzing around doing barrel rolls. It was great.
Oh, man.
And I jumped out of a plane, which was actually kind of terrifying. Like, that was scarier than I thought it was going to be. I had the opportunity to train in the only human-rated centrifuge in North America that's trained over 500 astronauts. And I did world-class research. So I was really interested in farming, specifically sustainable farming in space. So I worked with an HBCU to flight qualify an experiment so that other people could use the same device, and it looked at genetically sequencing crops. I know it's sort of like a lot of words, but
No, I
plants,
understand.
like
Right.
plants in space.
Right.
That was my thing.
Well, that's the other thing is because people just saw it as, woo, they went up in space. But you did do experiments.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I thought something else you did, like to test female.
Yep. So I gathered biometric data. I wanted to ethically contribute my data. I mean, you know, there's so many incidents of people getting our data and having it not be done with our permission. I wanted to contribute. And so I contributed mine to NASA-backed research. It's called TRISH, and it's gonna go into the repository for when they study people for long-duration spaceflight.
Wow. And so I gotta, preface this also. We are here in the Bahamas at St. Andrews because you're also giving back to the Bahamas
Yes.
with Hackett. So we'll talk about that. But I also want to talk about your, when we come back, your progress or your journey to getting into space.
The trajectory.
You see how she did that? More Charlie Bahama right after this with Aisha Bowe.
Alexa, disable gravity.
Turning off gravity. You are now free to float.
The Charlie Bahama Show will be right back. Want your company to be a part of the excitement and adventure of the Charlie Bahama Show? Just email info@earthbeat.com for details and sponsorship packages. Don't already have your own TV ad or visuals? No problem. With over 30 years of award-winning films, documentaries, music videos, photography, and TV ads, Earthbeat Films can create, produce, and film your next TV ad or visuals. Just go to earthbeat.com or our Earthbeat Films socials for more information. Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show with Aisha Bowe. And so you were talking about going up in space, you were up there. So you could verify that the Earth is flat, right?
You know, I literally saw Cam Newton at the BET Awards, and that's all I said. I was like, the Earth is round, and kept it moving. I think he's wondering, like, who was that? Who was that?
She got jokes too. I mean, you're on top of it. And that's the thing. So let's talk about your progress or your trajectory, as you said, because I heard in your thing, you were saying you were in high school, you were not like, you think you were a 4.0, like the genius.
Listen, I was such a bad student. Like, kids at home, don't be me. Don't do this. I started this camp with my high school transcript, and I made the kids read my grades. And they were like, I would have went to bed hungry, like most nights. I'm like, yes. I had E's, I had D's in there. And a lot of that came from lack of confidence, lack of desire to be successful, because I didn't know what I wanted to be.
Right.
And I think at that age, there's so much stress, there's so much pressure. And so I just didn't try. I didn't apply myself. And I also didn't understand, like, why do I need to know what happened in Mesopotamia? Like, why do I need to know all this stuff that I don't think I'm gonna use?
Right.
I need to know about mortgages and taxes and all this stuff that comes up in my day-to-day life. And so I did not decide to apply myself until I was 18. And I was in community college. And my dad, who went to St. Anne's, who was valedictorian when he graduated.
St. Anne's is one of the top schools.
He-
After SAC, of course. But anyway, I digress.
You had to. But my dad was like, why don't you just apply yourself? You're so much smarter, and you're capable of more than you think that you can. So take a math class. I'll pay for it. And so I was like, who am I to tell you what to do with your money, right? There was math in high school. I wasn't good at it. I'll try again. And a funny thing happened. I didn't expect anything of myself, and I did really well. I got an A. And so I started my degrees in aerospace engineering from the University of Michigan with pre-algebra in community college.
Wow.
And that pre-algebra class really transformed how and why I thought of myself. I was like, well, if no one expects me to be anything, I'm gonna be everything. And so the first segment was go to a reputable school. Did that, got my degrees at Michigan, and then I went to work for NASA for 6 years. And when I went to work for NASA, I did not see anybody who really looked like me. I mean, maybe one or two people from across the center, and you're like, oh my God, hi, like I see you. You know how we do?
Yeah.
You'd be nodding, and everybody thinks you know everybody, and you're just like, no, I just recognize your existence. Nod. And one of the things that I was adamant about was bringing in Bahamians. And so I hired a Bahamian student, Teron Arnold, and he came and he interned at NASA.
Cool.
But they told me I could only have one. And I was like, that is not enough. It's not going to work for me. I need more. And so Hackett Camp was founded underneath this idea that it's not where you start, it's how you finish.
Right.
And if students are exposed to stories like mine at an early age, then maybe they can take what I've done and improve upon it. And so we're here. We provide free instruction for 5 days, and I bring experts from around the world. I have special operations data scientists. I have someone who helps support a nuclear program. I have amazing instructors are here. And we also have a mix of students. We've got private students, we have government students, and they're all working together to create solutions for a better Bahamas.
Wow, that's amazing. And this is an annual event you're going to, yeah. So look out for it next year. We're going to show clips of it as she's talking as well. But I think, I mean, you know, Bahamians seem to like thrive all around the world. I think it's our upbringing, you know, like we call him, it's your grandfather, but we affectionately call him Uncle Bobo. Like, you know, you're instilled with that Bahamian pride. I don't know what it is about us, you know, that we excel, and people don't know why, but it's like sort of in the water or something. I don't know what it is. I mean, do you feel that too? I mean, even though you said in the beginning it was a rough ride, but do you think like when your dad spoke to you then, boom, that Bahamian kicked in?
I do, and that was actually one of the reasons why I was so proud to carry the flag on the mission. If you actually go to Blue Origin, you look at the wall, what you notice is that Alan Shepard's flight, which was the flight that ours is modeled after, is Freedom in the 60s. They took off in the US and they landed in Grand Bahama. And so it's always been about the Bahamas, right? It's sun, sand, sea, and now space. But space is about excellence. It's about bringing the best and the brightest minds, and about showcasing that we can do more and be more than tourism or finance. And we're already doing that. And so I was really excited to be able to take our country and our people and put them on the world stage.
Wow, that's really inspiring. It really is, especially from where you say you started. As you say, it's not where you start, it's where you end, where you finish. We're going to talk a little bit more about space, and also a mutual friend who is a friend of the Bahamas, Scott Kelly. So we'll talk about that when we come back. Charlie Bahama with Aisha. Subscribe to the Charlie Bahama YouTube page and follow Charlie Bahama on Instagram and TikTok for those classic and new interviews. Charlie Bahama, the original OG, and OG don't stand for old guy.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show here with Aisha. Now, I saw you in that amazing spacesuit. And so you get to keep that, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, but do you have a schmancy t-shirt like I do?
Well, I have several.
Oh, okay. Well, I do have a friend who is an astronaut too, Scott Kelly.
Ooh, world famous Scott Kelly.
Yeah. He's a friend of yours too?
Listen, he's a friend of the Bahamas.
Oh boy, does he love the Bahamas.
He does. As he says, the most beautiful view from space is of what? The Bahamas.
And Exumas too. I
Yes.
think, well, he said all
Can't
of
leave
it.
Exuma out.
Yeah, he loves Exuma, you know. And Exuma, I know, means a lot to you as well. You know, Uncle Bobo and the Bows.
Bowe.
They might as well just call Exuma Bowe. Boland.
Yes, let's do that. Let's do that.
We'll make that change. But now, we were talking about Hackett and just, you know, you've been carrying your story not only, you know, here in the Bahamas, which is great, but also around the world. So how has that been, you know, after going into space and being, you know, the good thing is you get a platform, a bigger platform. How has that been spreading?
I mean, I'm here, but next week I'm in the Philippines. I'm on tour for the United States State Department talking about space and entrepreneurship. I've given nearly a dozen in-country tours around the world about the story. And in fact, it's now a documentary. We actually were teaching the kit that was created for this camp to students in Kenya, and it received an award for just short form documentary filmmaking. And so I'm really excited to be able to bring my journey to the world stage, because who would have thought? If you would have told me 10 years ago that, hey, not only you're gonna go and work for NASA, become a rocket scientist, found a couple companies, and then have a summer camp and go to the Philippines, I would have thought you were crazy.
Wow. Yeah, it is amazing. But I guess, as you said, that Bahamian spirit, it just, you know, there was no that trajectory.
Yeah.
You see how I did that? It just keeps going higher and higher and higher. Well, so talking about that, what's your favorite Bahamian food? Like, what's your, do you?
Listen, you guys crept up on me, and I was like arm deep in some mutton. So I was like,
mutton.
listen, curry mutton, potato salad, coleslaw, rice and peas. Yes. Definitely one of my favorites. But there's just so many. I mean, I think like one of my new favorites is, have you been to the new Duff?
Yeah.
That's very good.
Well, Duff is my favorite. So
Okay, you
I
just like
have a
Duff?
couple, guava Duff. So guava Duff is my favorite dessert. And if I want that or chocolate.
Ooh,
So, but
I'll
guava
do
Duff
chocolate.
is that's my thing.
Yes. But I'm also like snapper fried hard at McKinsey's with crab and rice.
Oh yeah, fried hard. It got to be. So I could eat the bones too. You know.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. And what do you remember? Because you did grow up in America as well. Like, what were some of the Bahamian memories you have?
You know, one of my favorite memories was actually being at Conlifts. Do you remember Conlifts?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow,
we used,
yeah, she real Bahamian.
because we always were here, right? And so it was either getting a piece of sugar cane and getting to chew on it, which I used to absolutely love that, right? I didn't even realize that they took sugar cane and made it into juice until I was like in high school. I was like, wait, what? I just used to chewing on
What?
this.
Yeah.
To just being at Conlifts Bakery, I used to love pans and pans of coconut tart.
Oh.
And then my aunt and uncle actually, they've catered this camp for years. He used to make the best conch chowder. It's just like spicy and thick. And his pea soup and dough was also amazing. I mean, look, this is gonna be a 5 to 10 pound trip every time I come, because there's a lot of stuff that I wish that the Bahamas exported that I can't get back home, including Click Gold. Like, I'm guilty of, I've literally carried a case of Click Gold onto a plane before. The flight attendant was like, what? And she's like, we're gonna allow it. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
we're surprised at how strong you are. And it's like, done, gotcha.
Wow. Well, hey, I think there, like I said, the sky is not the limit for you. I mean, you keep going into space and probably to the next galaxy. So I think maybe there will be a Aisha Bowe's Bahamian restaurant somewhere in the world soon, you know?
Then I just want to have like a bar in the Bahamas and tell really good stories about space. And you know, when I think about all of this, like when I told people that I was going to go to space, they were like, yeah, right, okay, she's like lost her mind. And we actually had a spacesuit made for display for here. And we've got patches and all these things that I've flown that we're in the process of finding a home for here so that people can understand that space looks like us too.
Right. Wow. Well, you are an inspiration, and I'm so happy that we were able to get you on the show, and so happy that Hackett is, you know, teaching the next generation of Aisha Bowe's. So, you know, one rocket will probably go up with all Bahamians, you know, you never know. Hey, like we got Freeport, they could, you know, launch rockets from here, you know. So I think that's the sky is the limit for us. So it's not the limit. What's the saying? The sky is the limit?
I feel like the sky is no longer the limit.
Right.
It's just the start.
Wow. Oh Lord, this has been really a wonderful time here with you, and so much more success to you. And thank
Thank
you
you.
for coming back and giving back to the Bahamas.
Thank you.
All right, more Charlie Bahama right after this. If you want more Charlie Bahama, go to any of our social media pages or subscribe to the Charlie Bahama YouTube page. Well, thanks for watching the Charlie Bahama Show this week, and what a pleasure to have Aisha Bowe here from space down here, the Bahamas, and they're wrapping up the Hackett Bahamas 2025, and this is where the kids are gonna do their pitch, and somebody can win. But this is amazing because look at her; she's giving inspiration to all these young kids, future Bahamian astronauts. So until next time, always follow Charlie Bahama on the socials, Instagram, TikTok. Especially go to our YouTube page and subscribe, all right? So we can spread the word of Charlie Bahama, the Bahamas, amazing Bahamians like Aisha, all throughout the world, all right? So until next time.
Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show.